possible, or they could get worse. The nurse may not be in, but I can at least apply first aid.
Okay.
Alright then, let's go.
Tsukasa offered me his hand, and I graciously took it, squeezing it tightly as he led me back into the hallway. Tsukasa's hand, it's so warm. Despite the fact that nothing had really changed, I was still in just as much danger as I had been. The paralyzing fear I'd been feeling was gone. If it were just me, I would have never been able to do this. I would have frozen up, but with Tsukasa leading the way, I feel like I could do anything.
Shishido, are you okay to run?
Sure. With my blessing, Tsukasa upped his pace significantly. Please don't let her show up. I prayed silently for smooth sailing as I followed Tsukasa's lead. As long as he's with me, I think I'll be okay. I gently squeezed his hand again, as if to reassure myself that he was still with me. I was starting to think maybe Yoshi was gone. Maybe we'd thwarted her. But, of course, just as I was thinking that, she made her presence known again.
What the hell was that? Show yourself!
And an earthly voice reverberated through the dark corridor. I immediately drew myself into Tsukasa's back. Bring me more. Over Tsukasa's shoulder I saw the same shadow-like spirit from before. It must have been waiting here to ambush us.
It's alright, stay calm.
But the ghost was moaning and wavering before us. We'd never be able to get past. You'll do anything for me.
Hey, Shishido.
Yeah?
I'm going to draw that thing's attention. While it's distracted, I want you to run.
What? No way! We'll run together!
I've got a secret weapon.
You what?
It's a keepsake charm my grandmother gave me. When I pointed it at that thing earlier, it definitely had an effect.
A charm?
Yeah.
But, Tsukasa, you'll still be putting yourself right in harm's way.
Yeah, I'll be fine. It'll all work out some way, how or another.
That's not...
Stay where you are.
We really didn't have time to be arguing. It was closing in... wait. I might have read that wrong. Fast. But as it did, I noticed the spirit's figure had become more defined. She was a tall young woman, with her head turned sideways at a 90-degree angle. The tale of Yoshi suggests he fell down a flight of stairs, so a broken neck would certainly fit.
Go! Run!
Ah! He gave my bag a shove to get me started, and with no time to object, I unconsciously obliged. Tsukasa ran too, darting ahead of me for a few short moments.
Hey, ghost lady, over here!
Stop! Tsukasa! Tsukasa ran as fast as he possibly could to get Yoshi's attention, then turned tail and began sprinting off in the opposite direction.
Come get me, you monster!
Amazingly, it worked. The spirit began chasing Tsukasa, leaving me completely unobstructed. This doesn't feel right. Should I really escape without him? I was torn. On the one hand, I knew this was my best chance, but I couldn't help worrying about what would happen if Tsukasa as his charms failed. I stopped for a moment and glanced over my shoulder. He was still running, and the shadowy figure was still in hot pursuit. Tsukasa, she's way too close. You need to take out your charm.
It's fine. I told you to keep going. Once you're out of harm's way, I'll be right behind you. I promise.
I still can't believe I fell for it. But this was right about when I realized the truth. Tsukasa had no protective charm. He just made that up so I wouldn't object too strongly to him serving as a decoy while I got away. No, I can't let him go through with this. I stopped in my tracks and shouted out the top of my lungs, Yoshi, hold it right there! I wasn't sure exactly what I was getting myself into, but I had to do something, and calling the spirit's name definitely seemed to have an effect. That's right, I know your name!
Shishido, what are you doing?
All at once, the black figure was facing me. Though I never saw her turn around, she was flying toward me now, ignoring Tsukasa. I'm not scared, 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 I'm not scared. I repeated this like a sutra and struck one hand into my pocket, grasping tightly onto the one and only wish item I'd stashed there. So you know who I am, then? Unlike him, I have a real protective charm. Tsukasa's care, his efforts, his beliefs, they were all packed into this pencil. And when you get right down to it, that's what a charm is, right? I squeezed the nubby little thing in my pocket. I mentally prepared myself for confrontation ahead. The confrontation I had impulsively initiated.
Shishido, you have to run!
I won't. I absolutely will not. God, please, protect me. I closed my eyes, lifted my hand from my pocket, and brandished Tsukasa's pencil intently. The gauntlet had been thrown. I was putting a lot of faith into this, and I really hoped I hadn't made a mistake in doing so. My name is Yui Shishido, and my goal is to become a teacher here at this school. I opened my eyes to find that the shadowy spirit, Yoshi, had sat dead in her tracks. Did it work? Was Tsukasa's pencil keeping this vengeful soul at bay? I don't need a replacement. Just die. Suddenly, I was whisked off my feet and slammed against the ceiling.
Shishido!
I could see him down below. He was staring at me and desperately leaping. He was trying to catch me, I suppose, even though he knew he'd never reach. Tsukasa! I called out to him over and over in my mind. If he could get away, if he could survive this ordeal, then it would have all been worth it. Yoshi was drawing near, and I was helplessly pinned to the ceiling. I had no chance at all. There was no doubt in my mind that my life was over. I clung to the relief I felt of Tsukasa's safety. It was the only thing keeping me from losing my head entirely. Then, all at once, the situation took a complete 180. It was like a miracle. Yoshi Shinozaki, stop right there.
I don't know how to do lady voices, I'm sorry.
Before I had any idea what was happening, I found myself bathed in a gentle light. The woman from this morning. I'm sorry I was unable to protect you, but now at least the evil will spread no further. It was the old woman who had collapsed in front of my house. She was standing down below me, enveloped in a warm glow. The black shadow lunged toward her, and then there was a horrific sound, and the old woman was gone.
Shishido!
Just like that, I fell to the ground. Whatever Yoshi had done to me, the old woman must have nullified it. There must have been why she came to me this morning, and why she had come again now. I felt like I was going to faint. Tsukasa ran to my side and gently scooped me off the ground and into his arms. Yoshi's spirit was gone. She'd vanished along with the light around us now. The only sound was the pitter-patter of raindrops on the school roof.
Hey, Shishido! Shishido!
Tsukasa? I'd suffered quite a bump on the head from my fall and was decidedly disorientated, but I still had enough sense to put my arms around Tsukasa's neck.
You idiot! Didn't I tell you to run away?
I'm sorry, it's just... I wanted to protect you. I couldn't bear the thought of losing you. Is what I wanted to say. But instead, I just passed out in his arms. I felt as though I was waking from a long, horrible dream.
Hey, you okay? Shishido.
Where are we?
Man, how hard a fall was that? We're in the nurse's office, can't you tell?
The nurse's office? It occurred to me to look at my surroundings, probably something I should have done before asking about them, but in my defense, I was out cold. Beige walls, pink curtains, white beds with solid blue covers. This was indeed the school infirmary, no doubt about it. Why are you...
A better question is why you're here. I found you passed out on the ground out there, so I carried you in.
Out where exactly?
Geez, did you get a concussion or something? It was right by the school gate.
The school gate? That's where you found me?
Uh-huh. Ring any bells?
But I was trapped inside the school and running from Yoshi, wasn't I? Oh, that's right, my arm is probably broken. Wait, my arm's okay?
Huh? Your arm?
Was it a dream? No, it couldn't have been. I mean, it really hurt, and I really thought I was going to die.
Well, you're still a little out of sorts, but I'm glad you're safe at any rate. I guess you could say I had a gut feeling, maybe. I just got concerned and stopped by your house, and your mom said you'd gone back to the school, so I came to find you, and, well, I found you.
Tsukasa,
Yes. There'll be time for thanks and such later on. Right now, there's something I've got to do, so hang on a sec.
Okay. Where are you going, Tsukasa? I wanted to ask you about Yoshi. Ah, Shishido, glad to see you're awake. Ma'am, you gave us quite a scare. Mikuni was pale as a ghost when he came to get me. Lucky for you, I was working late tonight. I'm sorry to have troubled you. It's fine, of course, but you know you were really moaning in your sleep. Were you having nightmares? Nightmares? It seemed like you were. Mikuni was worried sick about you. So it really was just a nightmare then. Maybe that scary story this afternoon was just too much for me. Are you feeling a little better now at least? Yeah. That's good. The nurse smiled cheerfully and disappeared behind the partitioning curtain. Letting out a sigh, I laid myself down on the bed once more. It was dead silent. The rain must have let up. The only sound I heard was an occasional cough from the nurse, who was otherwise going about her business quietly. Oh wait, what about the pen case? I thrust my hands into my pockets, not really expecting to find it, but... there it is. The pen case, complete with Tsukasa's pencil talisman inside, was present and accounted for. Which meant that I made it to my classroom. Maybe it wasn't a dream after all.
Hey!
Huh? Oh, Tsukasa, welcome back. Ah! I still try to remember exact details about what happened when I unexpectedly felt something cold pressed against my cheek. What are you?
You were sleeping pretty restlessly, you know, and sweating an awful lot, so I figured you might be thirsty. Here, it's a cafe au lait.
Oh, thank you. Tsukasa went out of his way to buy this just for me. It was a lovely gesture. How could I possibly refuse?
Hey, isn't tomorrow, or I guess it's today now, but either way, don't you have an entrance exam to take? What time does it start?
At 9.
So in 4 hours then. Wait, what? She was out that long?
God, I don't even want to think about that right now, not after the day I just had. I've been through hell on earth. Taking a test was the farthest thing from my mind. I was in tears and I had no idea why. Maybe it was because I was so relieved, so glad to be alive.
Okay, hey, Shishido, can you stand?
Huh?
The timing isn't right, so I'm going to show you something good.
Something good?
Yeah, or rather, it's something I really want you to see if you're up to it.
Sure, I guess. My nose was still running and my heart felt a lot lighter. I no longer felt threatened by the school. I was comfortable and safe. The two of us left the nurse's office with Tsukasa and lead, and even though I was holding a cold coffee in my hand, I still felt warm all over. Neither of us said a thing as he led me through the empty halls. It occurred to me that when we last saw one another, I was mad at him.
Look, Shishido, we're here.
What? Isn't this just the walkway between the buildings?
Just wait, you'll see it in a minute.
See what? I had no idea what I was looking for. I just kept staring at him, but his eyes were fixed on the window leading out into the hall walkway. So I gazed up upon his profile. I felt my heart skip a beat. I have to apologize for what happened yesterday, but I just wasn't sure what to say. I'd let my feelings get the better of me and reprimanded him for behavior that was, at least at the time, entirely reasonable. Sorry. There was more to it than that, though. There was one particular reason, more than any other, that made me hard to think of the words to say here. He and I had run from Yoshi together. We escaped her wrath against insurmountable odds. And what if it wasn't all just a dream?
Bingo, here we go.
Huh? I followed Tsukasa's pointing finger and... Whoa, that's beautiful. What an absolutely stunning sunrise.
She's not even looking at it. She's looking at him. What are you doing? It's actually the sunset I enjoy watching most from here, but the sunrise is pretty great too.
It's gorgeous. The whole town is painted orange.
Looks like you're back in good spirits again.
This is the place where you were talking about, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is.
You've been keeping this spot from me all this time, so why now? Why are you showing it to me today?
No reason, really.
No reason, huh? I could think of a reason, but I didn't say anything. It just seemed kind of far-fetched to me, and if I were misinterpreting him, I'd be very embarrassed. He couldn't possibly, could he? My face felt kind of warm. I placed the sweaty cafe au lait can on my cheek and sighed softly.
You feeling okay? Your face is really red.
What? It is?
You weren't still feeling faint, are you?
No, nothing like that. It's just... Yeah, it's the sun, just the way the light's playing off my skin, that's all.
Oh, okay.
Boys can be so dense sometimes.
Good luck on the exam, by the way. If you head back now and get ready, you should still be able to make it.
Thank you. That's what I like about you, Tsukasa.
Huh?
Also, I'm sorry.
For what?
Well, it's just that yesterday things might have seemed a little awkward between us after talking about the school legend, remember?
Oh yeah, I think I remember something like that.
What do you mean, something like that? I was really bothered by it, you know?
You girls obsess over the littlest things sometimes. Me, I didn't think anything of it.
Really now? I let out another sigh and turned back toward the morning sun, stretching my arms skyward as a sudden wave of exhaustion overcame me. The day got brighter bit by bit, and I just stood there, silently trying to piece together all the jumbled thoughts rattling around in my head. I was running away from Yoshi, and Tsukasa was with me. Then I was saved by that old woman. It really was just a dream, huh? As the bright rays of the sun washed over me, I felt new life and new hope welling up from within, and I finally came to the terms with those horrid events. Most likely I got the pen case with that incident, and then on my way back something hit my head and knocked me out. That would just be my luck.
Oh hey, Shishido, don't move.
Huh?
Stay right there, just like that.
I didn't know what he was planning to do, but he was staring right at me. It felt kind of like he was staring into my soul. And then... What? Slowly Tsukasa drew his face toward mine. Is he...
Shishido.
No way, is he really going to... I shut my eyes. I was ready for this. Or maybe I just didn't want to look. But the next sensation I felt wasn't quite the one I was expecting.
Shishido, what happened here?
Huh? He grabbed my arm for some reason and was staring down at it intently. What the hell? What is he doing? Whoa, what the... Seriously, I had no idea why that was there. Turns out he was just concerned about the strange bruise I had apparently received, which had momentarily become visible when I raised my arms. It was right around my elbow. Right where Yoshi had grabbed me in my dream.
Looks like it hurts.
It doesn't hurt at all, actually, but...
But what?
Never mind, it's nothing. Giving a wry smile, I gently pulled my arm from his grip. Hey, Tsukasa?
Yeah?
Before we go home, I have a favor to ask you.
What is it?
Would you mind if we held hands?
Held hands?
Yeah, just for a little, or is that asking too much? When he asked why I wanted to do this, I fed him his own line. I just told him no reason. We only joined fingertips, but for the first time, it really felt like I was connected to another person's heart. I remember feeling so happy.
Hey, Miss Yui! Miss Yui!
Tsukasa.
Miss Yui, please!
I knew I'd heard that voice before, but who was it? Was I just dreaming again? I still felt like I was holding Tsukasa's hand, though.
Miss Yui, your hand! Your hand!
What?
Good, you're awake.
What? Mochida?
That's right, it's Satoshi Mochida.
I was still dazed. I had no idea what was going on. All I knew was that one of my students, Satoshi Mochida, was here, and he looked concerned.
Miss Yui, your hand is...
What? Oh my! I finally realized what he was talking about. I was holding Mochida's hand in my own. Actually, it looked like you're holding his pants, but whatever. And squeezing it awfully tight. Excuse me, please, I'm so sorry.
It's no problem, though I have to say you have a really strong grip, Miss Yui.
Do I now? In the past, I was renowned far and wide for being a weak, dainty young beauty, you know?
How exactly do I respond to that?
Well, you could say something nice. Mochida was a good student. He and I got along well, and we were already falling back into our usual pattern of good-nature ribbing. Blech. Except...
Wait a minute.
Why are you here, Mochida?
Well, I told you earlier, didn't I? I guess I shouldn't be surprised you don't remember anything. What?
What am I supposed to remember exactly?
A little while ago, you ate some porridge I made and took medicine before passing out again. I told you everything then.
You did?
Have you seriously forgotten all of that?
Completely.
Don't laugh, jeez.
Mochita sighed and pointed at the table.
Class notes from Mr. Yamazaki.
Wait, did you come all this way just to deliver those?
Yeah, and when I did, you were in a pretty bad way, so I made you some porridge. Oh, but don't worry, I had permission. Monet said I could borrow your kitchen.
Monet did he? I stroked Monet's neck, and he lied down contentedly on my futon. Such a pretty kitty. I was getting kind of wrapped up in petting him, as I often did. I almost forgot Mochita was here until he let out a huge sigh.
Also, Miss Yue, leaving your front door unlocked is really dangerous.
Oh, was it open?
Yeah, and you're lucky I was the one to discover that. You really need to be more careful.
Duly noted. Thanks.
Did I say something funny?
No, you just sound like my mother.
Yikes, I don't think I like the implications there.
I didn't mean to laugh. I must have seemed kind of deranged, but I could always blame it on the fever. Mochita looked at me and let out another sigh. My poor sense of humor must have been getting to him.
Well, you sure seem a lot better than you were when I got here, so that's something.
I feel better, too.
You slept like a rock, Miss Yue.
That's right. I woke up this morning feeling dizzy and chilled. I called in sick, put out food for the Monet, and I don't really remember a thing after that.
Oh, you don't remember going to the convenience store?
The convenience store?
Yeah, I found cold packs and snacks. Let's see. Here, look, the time on the receipt. It was this morning.
Wow, you're right.
How can you possibly not remember going to the store? Amazing, that's just... Seriously, you need to pull yourself together. You didn't go out in your pajamas or anything, did you?
Well, I don't think I did.
I wouldn't be surprised. Don't try and hide behind that laugh.
Sorry. Were we taking care of me this whole time, Mochita?
Uh-huh.
Wow, I'm really sorry you had to stay this late. It was already past 10 o'clock in the evening. I couldn't believe Mochita had been with me this whole time. I felt both guilty and grateful, and I definitely gained a new respect for him.
There's a little porridge left if you get hungry.
Thanks.
And I bought these too.
You went to the supermarket?
There wasn't anything in the fridge when I checked, so I figured I might as well.
The bag was quite heavy. Inside it was a bottle of orange juice, some bananas, canned peaches, apples, and other assorted fruits. That's...
Vitamins when you're as sick as you were, your body needs all the help it can get to fight back. Think of it like medicine.
Mochita. That much fruit couldn't have been cheap, especially for a high schooler. I considered offering to pay him back, but decided against it. I knew he wouldn't take my money, and besides, I really appreciated the fact that he'd gone to all this trouble for me. I'd return the favor another time. If it ever seemed like he was going to be staying late after school, then I'd buy him dinner. Maybe I'd buy him dinner. Or I could help him with preparations for the school festival.
Well, it's getting late. I should go.
Oh, will you be okay? Do you know your way back? If you like, I can take you at least part of the way.
It's fine. Just go back to sleep, Miss Yue. You're not better just yet, and besides, it isn't safe for a woman to walk alone at night.
You're such a sweetie. Seeing how much you care just makes my heart skip a beat.
Oh, does it now? I'm not sure you should be saying something like that to me, Miss Yue.
Huh? Why not? Mochita and I had joked like this a lot. Usually it made him blush and get adorably embarrassed, but not today. Today he just grinned sheepishly, with a mischievous glint in his eye. I didn't quite get it. What was his angle?
Who's Tsukasa, Miss Yue? Is he your boyfriend?
How do you...
You kept calling his name in your sleep. Tsukasa, you cried, lost in some sort of wonderful dream.
What?
So, who is he?
That crafty Mochita had turned the tables on me, and how embarrassing to know that I'd been calling Tsukasa's name. Well, I hesitated to answer for a moment, but then figured, what the hell, why not? Tsukasa was my first love.
Oh? Judging by your actions earlier, you must have seriously been head over heels for him.
What? Why?
Well, when I got here, you thought I was Tsukasa. It was unbelievable.
Wait, what are you saying?
Miss Yui, your face is beet red.
That's just my fever, I swear.
Well, that's fine. I'll let you believe whatever you want to believe.
Oh, come on. Whatever happened to respecting your elders? You shouldn't mess with adults.
But you're in rare form today. We never get to see you like this.
I wasn't sure he was ever going to give me the full story of all the embarrassing things I've done in my fevered days. And maybe it was better he didn't. Either way, I was in his debt, so he could tease me all he wanted. Just this once.
Oh crap, I've got to get going. Yuka's going to be really angry with me.
Thanks for everything. It's dark out, so please be careful on your way home.
No worries. And Miss Yui, you be sure to eat right and get better ASAP. You hear me?
Of course. I'll kick this in no time.
Fight the good fight.
Thanks. What a good kid, that Machida. I better be careful, though. He is my student, after all. Come on, Monet. You sleep with Mommy tonight. I miss you, Tsukasa. Well, that's the end of that scenario.
Woo! 3 clear. Chapter 4, Purgatory, is now playable. Soulful testimonies unlocked. Oh, okay. It must be like interviews with the cast and crew. Not worried about it. Oh, yes. Yes. Thank you. Alright. That went a long time. A lot longer than I meant to. Wasn't looking at making an hour-long episode. Might split this up. Might not. I kind of want to finish this. Because I've been working on this. That's really loud. No! Don't. Get over. Annoying. Anyways, yeah, I'll either break this up or maybe I'll just upload the full almost hour of this. Just because I guess this game is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, and I'd like to get it done by the end of this month. I'll probably split it into 2, half hour, maybe. We'll see. Anyways, I should take a break and then get started on the next chapter. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe if you did, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
I had goosebumps up and down my arms and legs. I stopped praying and clasped my hands over my mouth. I knew I'd scream if I didn't. Could this be Yoshi? Was the school legend real? All I could do was close my eyes, keep my mouth shut, and hope that whoever or whatever this was would just go away. But the footsteps didn't start again. If this was indeed Yoshi, then she'd stopped in front of the classroom and was just standing there. I had no concept of time anymore. I stayed in my hiding spot for what was probably only a few minutes. Felt at least an hour. Maybe whoever it was is gone. I decided to carefully peek out from under the podium. I gingerly edged my head out just far enough to get a glimpse of the room, and suddenly... Ah! The footsteps rang out once more. It sounded like they were headed right for me, and they might have been